Llegamos aquí a la oficina, a las oficinas de YouTube. Estoy bien nerviosa, así es que a ver cómo nos va.
Beautycon is growing as well. This year we were in London. We did Beautycon London. It was amazing with YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube. And then now we have this event.
I can just talk about. Is this on?
Oh, yeah.
So I started because I was a makeup artist before, and one of my friends said, "Oh, you gotta check out. There's this British girl, and she shows how to do makeup on YouTube." And it was Lauren Luke, Panacea 81. Does anybody remember her? Yeah. And I saw her and I fell in love with her. I was like, oh my gosh, I can hear her dog snoring. I feel like I'm her friend. Like, she's teaching me. Like, I wouldn't have ever heard about that Berry M product that's only in England. And I thought, I will be like the US version of her. I'd never seen a YouTube video. And then I uploaded my first video on, I was like, I'll do the basics. I'll show you how to clean your makeup brushes. And in my first video, you don't even see my face. I had a cold, it doesn't even sound like me. And then I found out there's like all these other girls doing beauty tutorials, and it was like Ellen Blair and Michelle Phan and like a couple other girls, and I was like, oh, well, I won't be the first US one, but I'll just join them now, I guess. So that's how I started. And I started because I was actually a blogger before I started doing videos, and I came up with a couple hairstyles that were too complicated to try to take step-by-step pictures of. So I instead filmed a couple of videos, and like Candy, no makeup. I don't even think I had a bra on in my first few videos. Like in my pajamas, just whipped them out really quick, posted them, didn't think twice about it, and now here we are. Blair? Your sisters, you can share.
Blair.
It's working.
Oh, okay. Blair and I kind of started, well, I like to say we started as a team, but we didn't really. I started first, summer of 2008. I had actually also seen a British YouTuber, Lollipop26, and I just totally fell in love with her and fell in love with the way she did videos, and I wanted to make videos, so I decided to do it one night alone in my bedroom, and it was strange. And then I talked Blair into doing it.
Yeah, she
and
did
we're all
a
shy
silent
about our
video.
first one. I did. I was like a mime. It was, you can't see it anymore, I'm sorry. I'm private in it. It's really bad. Yeah, she actually came into my room and she told me about it. She was like, you should do this too. And I was like, that's kind of creepy. Like, you're filming videos in your bedroom and not putting it to the internet. That's just weird. It feels so awkward. And so she basically forced me to do my first one. And then once I saw that it really wasn't that creepy, I was like, okay, I like this. I set up lighting for her and everything, a lamp. Yeah, you did. I held it for her behind the camera. Yeah, that was I felt very professional.
So what is something you know now that you wish you knew back then? Because I'm sure you guys have learned a lot over the hundreds of videos you've posted.
I would say that a lamp isn't lighting. It took me a long time to master lighting, and Blair still hasn't mastered it. I still haven't mastered it. My lighting is still so bad. I don't know how to fix it. But I would probably say that mine would be,
oh, I have to do what everybody else is doing. You're like, but I don't look good with all these wing lines everywhere.
So a big part of the beauty world on YouTube has to do with branded content. How do you guys deal with these beauty brands who approach you, who maybe want you to do a sponsored video? How do you approach that? And do you have any recommendations for other vloggers out there and how they should take it on?
this is, especially for me, I think one of the hardest parts of YouTube, because people see that, you know, we're 100% disclosure, it's the FTC law, you have to be. So you have to say when you're being paid to do something and stuff. So we definitely will put that out there, and then it's immediately one of those things that people like to jump on and be like, she's only doing this video because it's sponsored, but they don't realize that we've tested the product before we said yes to the sponsorship, and they don't realize that it's a video that we agreed would go well on our channel. So I think it's just one of those things where sometimes people think we're just doing it and we're scripted and, you know, it's a commercial, and they don't understand that that's 100% like not what it is. So it's just hard sometimes for that.
It's a fine line too, because you never know what other people are doing. So you think to yourself, well, I know myself and I know I'm being honest, but other people don't know that I'm being honest. Like, they just have to trust you. So it's building that trust with your audience as well. And I think everyone that does sponsorships, they're gonna have, no matter how liked they are, they're gonna have people that don't trust them. And I mean, it's not really something you can help.
Well, I feel like it's probably a really interesting way for you guys to get more creative and think about, hey, if I like this product, how can I showcase it in the best light, sort of thing.
Well, and it's hard too, because if you like something from the beginning, I mean, I've been an Urban Decay and a MAC fan from the get-go, and it's hard because I do videos and people are like, oh, that's sponsored, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I have used them since I was a teenager. Like, I bought this, you know, so I think it's hard because a lot of newer YouTubers just started doing all kinds of crazy brand deals, and so that made it hard because they looked at all of us other people like, oh, well, they must be doing a sponsored one too, and you're like, no, it's all these other people. Every video they do is just a brand deal, and now it just reflects that on other people that don't work that way, so that's a little tricky.
Even something as simple as I put up an Instagram the other day where I'm holding up a new energy drink that I had tried. Literally, people
You think I'm sponsored too, just because I'm my sister.
Yeah, they think that they sponsor her too. And I was drinking one on the way over here, and I was getting out of the car, like literally right in this parking lot, and I had half of it left, and I didn't bring it with me because I was like,
She told me, she was like, I can't bring this in because someone's gonna take a picture and think I'm sponsored.
and I'm not. I literally just tasted it, and I thought it tasted really good. So yeah, I did want to like kind of put it out there and be like, I think this tastes better than Monster and Red Bull, but it turned into like this entire spot, and I was like, they don't even know what.
Candy, you made a good point too when you said that the newer people coming up that are getting a lot of brand deals reflects badly on the people that have been doing it for a long time, because when we all started, there was no such thing as a brand deal.
Nobody wanted to give you anything or do anything for you.
So none of us started thinking that that was going to be the case.
And none of us started YouTube for that reason, where I think a lot of newer YouTube people just start because they're like, oh, I'm gonna get internet famous, or I'm gonna get free products, or I'm gonna make a lot of money. And that's not where our hearts were in starting that way, so it's just hard, because then I see new people, I'm like, oh no, don't start YouTube for that. Like, don't. Start it because you want to reach people and touch people and inspire the people and show them
You have a
cool
love
stuff
for what you're doing.
Yeah, and a love for the people that your audience is watching it, you know, because you have to care about those people. If I was going to make a video that's going to look all perfect and polished, you're not going to feel my heart in it. You're not going to feel me trying to be your friend through the computer. It's just like, and this is how you're going to do that, and then you're going to do this. But I want it to be like, this is how I'd explain it to my sister. This is how I explain it to my friends. I want it to be real, and that's when I think people, you can have the best lighting in the world, the best camera in the world, but people aren't, that's not going to impress people, and that's not what's, you may come back for an amazing video, but my videos pretty much are crappy. Like, I edit them myself, I film them myself, I light them myself. They're not that great. And when I look at, you know, Michelle Phan, I'm like, whoa, how did you do that? It's so amazing. But when I tried to be like really good and make it really fancy, and people hated it. They were like, oh, we like your old videos when you're dropping things and like you left those funny clips in and your lighting is wonky and all this stuff. And I was like, you like me, you really like me. You didn't like me for my editing or my cool camera, you just like me if I was filming with my squeaky old camera or whatever it is, so.
You know, when is a moment that each of you realized, oh wow, I have this awesome fan base and this loyal viewership. I'm really happy with my videos. When is that moment that you realize that?
Whenever people will come up to us in real life, because it's one thing to read their comments over a screen name, but it's another thing to have someone actually like face to face come up and
A
tell
real
you.
person with a pulse. It's like,
Exactly.
you're real? You
I
really
would've said
saw
the
my
same
video?
thing.
Yeah,
And if somebody comes up to you out of nowhere and they're like, are you this person? I watch your videos. Then you're like, that's so weird, but that's so cool. You know, they know who you are, they know everything about you, they know your kids' names. It's really exciting.
And we're gonna open it up to the audience. Does anyone have any questions out there? Right here.
From Wendy's lookbook, as you guys probably already know. And last but not any more least, an amazing Leslie Blodgett, who's the founder of Bare Essentials. So all of these women have amazing jobs. Jobs that people who are cleaning bathrooms, working in restaurants would be like, I would love if that was my life. So we're gonna find out, how did they get to this place that we all wanna be at? So the first thing I'm gonna ask you guys is, all of you guys are the brains behind these powerhouse brands and yourself and your image. What was your motivation to start or encourage you to start? Hey, all right, can I start? Okay. I kind of feel I was born for this. So I mean, I started at an early age, you know, just television was just, everything was inspiring, you know, fashion, Miss USA, models, you know, oh gosh, there's just so many things on television. But to be honest with you, to get to the place that I am right now, I've been very inspired in the last couple of years. I have to say, the value of having social media has been very inspiring to become an entrepreneur. You know, there's one thing to have an idea and not really know how to go about going out there to get it, but then having the access kind of gives you the opportunity to kind of get out there and make the opportunity happen for yourself. So I've always been a go-getter. I've worked hard since I was a little girl, at least over 20 years, acting, singing, everything like that. But you know, I think my fans are really what inspire me to do what I do and to really fulfill my dreams and kind of.
Just really quick was, where do you draw the line between revealing too much personal information and, you know, just doing your video?
Blair and I actually had a lot
Ayer fui al evento de Beautycon que fue en el YouTube Space, que es las oficinas de YouTube aquí en Los Ángeles, en California. Y pues me la pasé muy bien, conocí a varias chicas que les voy a enseñar las fotos aquí de las chicas que miré. Casi todas las chicas que miré son chicas que yo veo sus videos y son americanas. Y ahorita ya nos despertamos, mi esposo y yo, y hoy va a haber otro evento que es como evento de alberca. Y a ver cómo nos va. ¿Qué más? Mañana va a ser el evento de Beautycon, que es para toda la gente. Está abierto para el público, cualquier persona puede ir. El evento que fui ayer fue solamente para las personas que hacen videos de YouTube y estuvieron regalando muchísimas cosas. Pienso hacer un video de las cositas que me que regalaron para que ustedes vean qué cositas nos estuvieron dando. Y pues sí, aquí estamos echando gas y luego nos vemos más ratito. Vamos a comer de esta carne que parece que es Mediterranean. Nunca la había probado y se ve muy rico. No me quise poner mucho maquillaje, nada más puse un labial de Revlon. Y para mis ojos me puse un poquito de delineador y usé la paleta de Naked, que no es mucho maquillaje porque en el evento al que voy a ir al ratito van a estar haciendo, creo que maquillaje, y van a estar haciendo otras cositas como van a estarles pintando las cejas a las chicas que gusten. Y pues quiero que me las pinten, nada más me pinté un poquito con lápiz, pero quiero que me las pinten y a ver qué me dicen, que si las tengo bien o qué otra cosita me recomiendan o qué otros tips me pueden dar para mis cejas. Y nos veremos más pronto, chicas. Bye. escenario donde va a estar Rebecca Black y otras chicas que hacen videos y luego les voy a enseñar.
See, because I've always had a lot of eggs in different baskets, and everyone always says, don't do that. But the way I see life is whenever you wake up and gives you that feeling that your heart can't stop beating and it's what you really want to do, that's what you should do that day. And unfortunately, we live in a world where not everyone is lucky enough to do so. So turn that into your free time and make it your everything, because if you put your heart and soul into what you're doing, nothing can stop.
A really important topic, I feel like, because I think that so many of us are almost debilitated by like the negative comments that we get from whatever we're doing, whether it's, you know, blogging, YouTubing, you know, tweeting. There are so many people out there who really do affect us in a negative way, and it's so hard to combat that with positivity, which is what, you know, I think most of us in the YouTube community really are trying to put out there, is positivity. So before we get into that, I want everyone to kind of just take a minute, introduce yourselves, your channel name, and tell us kind of what you're up to, and then we'll just dive into it. Let's start with Candy.
My name is Candy Johnson. And my channel is called Candy Johnson. I just make videos that I hope make you guys feel like you have a friend there that's talking to you like if you were my best friend or my sister or something. And if you learn something, that's awesome, but I just mostly want people to feel that they feel like the love from my heart that I'm sending to you guys. My name is Andrea. My channel is Andrea's Choice, and I make all types of choices. Everything. I do everything. DIYs. I like DIYs.
I am Gregory Gorgeous. I make fashion and beauty videos and just storytelling videos. A lot of crazy things happen to me, I like to think. So I just like to share them online.
You're gorgeous.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Black. And a couple of years ago, I made a song called Friday. Yeah, some of you have heard of it. Now I do YouTube, so yeah.
My name is Patrice.
Sexy.
I just want to say, first of all, this audience looks amazing. There's a head. Someone's got a head over there. Where's the head? Where's the head? I upload to a channel called The Platform. Everyone is familiar with that. And my goal is to bring happiness and laughter to the fashion world, because it doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned.
Hello everybody, you guys heard me speak a little bit ago, but my name is Susie Castillo. I was Miss USA 2003. I do. So I know a little something about haters, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm really happy to be here with all of you lovely human beings. Love it.
Hey everyone, my name is Miles. I love you too! I have a channel on YouTube called Miles J Productions. I make a little this, a little that. Sometimes I do beauty tutorials, booty for your booty. And yeah, it's nice to be here.
And my name is Michelle Money, and I have a YouTube channel with my